Hello everyone, hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good. In this video, we're going to be trying to accomplish another 12-hour build challenge. Let's go ahead and get started. Life on Mars won the poll, a number of weeks ago, sorry. Try and get on these quicker, I suppose. But yeah, Life on Mars, a fantastic theme from the dark ages of LEGO. It introduced a number of amazing colors, and the minifigures are super cool too. Because it had such a unique color palette, we're going to go ahead and get started by looking at the pieces we have to work with first. Before we begin, I want to talk about some of the materials and items we have to work with for this Life on Mars mock. Notably the minifigures. We've got a decent selection of Life on Mars figures, some of the more notable characters here. I don't know how I ended up with two of the sand purple outfit one, but maybe they'll work as guards or something. We'll figure out a reason why there's two of them. These characters should work terrific in our scene. We've also got some more hodgepodge work with what we've got figures over here. These guys have those droid legs. They look a little awkward compared to the actual more complete figures, but that is kind of in the vein of Life on Mars. Some of those minifigures in the smaller sets were kind of like mix and match pieces, so we might be able to use these, maybe not, but we might have all that we need right in front of us here. We've also got a number of Life on Mars printed pieces here, slopes, tiles, even some larger dishes. These are going to be very useful when working on the mock. Printed elements really help sell the theme. Some of these will be great for the mech itself, but the rest of them will be really good in the environment we're going to put that mech, which is of course a building, so a mech bay. I would love to spend more time focusing on the landscape and environment of Mars, but all of my dark orange is still being used in Dune, so really can't take that apart right now. So we're gonna have to focus on the other elements of Life on Mars, which could be the vehicles and the buildings. Last but not least, we have a ton of materials here to build with. We've got some sand red in that bag there, some less traditionally useful pieces, so not so many bricks and plates, but we do have some of those kind of like cannon or gun elements there that should be great for textures. You got some larger cylinder pieces as well. We'll figure out, hopefully we can use those in the mock. Below that we have a ton of sand purple, and kind of like the sand red, not a lot of bricks or plates, but those doorways and those tube connectors have some fantastic texture. So I think these two colors will be very useful for working on the architecture of these Martians. Over here, the sand blue, we've got a lot more sand blue bricks, plates, tiles, things that I would normally use in a mock. So this will be a lot more useful for building a mech, a vehicle to kind of focus on, be the centerpiece of the scene. We've also got a couple of those sand blue printed slopes, those 2x3 slopes. So that will be very useful for working on a mech of sorts. And I think this is where we're going to start with the mock, try and get that vehicle done first. Doesn't have to be gigantic, but I do want it to be a little bit more fleshed out than the actual sets were many, many years ago. I think we can accomplish that with no trouble at all. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, about an hour and a half into the building process, and we have a awesome Life on Mars mech here. This mock went fantastic. It has gone together very well so far, and I'm not trying to brag. I normally have a difficult time assembling mechs and have to really take my time, but this just came together great. Love the color scheme, love the details. It's the correct level of detail, it's not too complicated. I wasn't even planning on using that Life on Mars windscreen. That just kind of ended up fitting there perfectly, even better than the more traditional size windscreen that I was planning on using, so lots of Life on Mars style happening here. I wasn't really anticipating this turning out to be such a militaristic style vehicle. I was kind of hoping to lean more towards a general all-purpose mech, but it is based on the Red Planet Protector set, and in order to protect a planet, you're gonna have plenty of firepower, right? So there's some big guns on here, and that's about all this mech does. This mech is also the perfect size for what we're trying to do. I think it'll work great in the scene that we intend to build for it. There's a part of me that really wants to use up all the remaining time and build a larger scene, but I think that there's multiple reasons why we should really stick to a 32 by 32 or thereabouts for our environment to put this mech in. I want as much detail as possible in the build, and having a smaller size will definitely help us accomplish that. I also want a slightly easier build process than some of the larger 12 and 24-hour builds we've done in the past. I want this to be a small, simple, yet very detailed build. I'm also just literally running out of space to transport these to conventions, so I want this to see the light of day, and it's more likely to do so if it's compact, sturdy, and doesn't take up too much volume, which this already is shaping up to be a nice, conservatively sized build, so things are working out as intended. So for the floor of the mech bay, I was hoping to use pretty much all sand blue, but I realized pretty quickly that I was going to run out and not have enough to finish. So the back area of the building will have light bluish gray tiles instead of sand blue. I actually like the contrast that it creates with the sand blue, so I think it's a good alternative. The walls around the back of the building are pretty simple, with the exception of the Technic pin bricks that are kind of sprinkled throughout in order to be able to attach all this sand purple to the wall to give it lots of textural detail. I didn't want the mech to be trapped inside this building, so I wanted to have a garage door over on the right. These longer modified plates will be perfect to create that kind of segmented appearance on that side. We've got a few details inside the room as well. We've got some fuel storage tanks over on the back left and a computer console over here on the far left. This should be great for the minifigures to have something to interact with in the scene. I'm really enjoying the appearance of the sand purple within the Mech. I think it's just a fantastic color, very cool looking by default. So it's fun to use it in such large quantities and have it make sense. Putting the mech in the scene, it feels perfectly at home, just the right size. And it's feeling very Mars mission. So yeah, we're just about done, just a few more details. We can get some pictures and videos of the final conclusion here. Hello everyone, we have a really nice completed Life on Mars mock in front of us here. It ended up being about 10 hours of building, which is comfortably under our 12-hour self-imposed time limit. Building with the sand colors was actually refreshingly easy because I've gone out of my way to collect and organize sand blue, sand red, sand purple to be more easily accessible. They're in their own bins, nicely categorized. Interestingly, the most time-consuming element of this build was just finding enough dark bluish gray and light gray pieces to fill the gaps. I'm starting to see that my collection is strained from having so many creations together at once. Might be time to disassemble some stuff. And it's really those sand-colored pieces that steal the show with this mock. The sand purple looks awesome in the background. The sand red scaffolding actually stands out quite a bit with that warm tone. And the sand blue working great for the mech and the floor. The various Life on Mars printed elements are working great throughout the scene. You've got them in the background, foreground on the mech, some computers over here on the left, looking really good. One thing I really like about these unique Life on Mars minifigures is that they can look up. Most traditional minifigures kind of have to lean far back in order to look up at something, but these guys can kind of just turn their heads straight up and look up at the mech, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, this scene turned out pretty much perfect. I couldn't really envision anything different with the time and the pieces we have available. Maybe a few more minifigures down the road. Maybe I can find some at conventions or get some on Bricklink. Only a few of them are kind of expensive. Some of them are a little more affordable. Might be able to round out some of the Martians in the scene, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. Hope you all enjoyed this little foray into an unusual LEGO theme and enjoyed seeing all the build process throughout the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this video reach more people, really helps the algorithm. And thanks so much to the members who support the channel directly. I couldn't do it without you guys. That's it for now. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.